All right. Final thoughts. Final thoughts and feelings. First impressions after completing Tormented Souls. I would say overall, I very much enjoyed this game. Very much. I love being in the one hospital, room after room, the monsters in there, and just the creepy atmosphere. The story was interesting enough for me to read all the documentation and try to figure out what's going on. Then they even have like a little bit of a time loop scenario going on. Really cool. It felt really good, like mechanically. Combat, yes, was simple, but you had a few tools at your disposal and weapons. And of course, you can always try your best to avoid combat. And it seemed, like I said, it felt really good. You know, if something doesn't feel good, then you're gonna not want to do it. As you can see, I'm not super capable at combat, and yet I made it through very well. I think the saving was paced actually fairly generously, and the healing was generous as well, right? You could make a lot of mistakes, which is actually good. You know, could they have added maybe a difficulty? I don't think there is a difficulty, but I could see that if they wanted to, they could, right? What else? Okay. The puzzles, right? Again, overall... Oh, wow, Unity? Wow. Overall, the puzzles were pretty sound and solid. I talked about this before, and I think the real issue that I specifically was having was I couldn't go back. I couldn't reliably have a foundation to fall back upon. Like, take for example the TV puzzle. Okay, I started questioning if the TV was actually significant, right? And I think for me, that shouldn't have been a question that ever came up, but it did. And of course the grandfather clock puzzle. I swear, if I'm the only one who struggled with this, I'm gonna feel really stupid. But it was like a date and a time, and the only reference I had was dates and times in the journals, but it had nothing to do with the journals. It's the paintings. And again, the foundation for that would be Caroline saying something or thinking to herself, those paintings look really interesting, right? Like, there wasn't a foundation for that, and you could progress beyond that point. Like, you could just leave that room. So if you happen to leave that room, you're like, what do I do? Where do I go? What am I missing? Is it an object? You know, what is it? Yeah, I had to seek help for that one, for sure. So, again, I think the design of the puzzles was really good. I think the base, like that fundamental base for myself was being questioned, and I don't think, and I feel like if that was not questioned, it would have provided me the solid foundation. The voice acting was not exceptional. Like, I'm not gonna say it was exceptional. I think it was done well. I feel like Caroline talked like she just had kind of an odd pattern to the way she spoke. Like, her voice was clear and everything. And I feel like the voice actor for Caroline fit the role. I think she fit the role. And same with the priest. You know, it wasn't so much like, oh, it's really goofy and camp, you know, but it wasn't like, it wasn't super serious either, even though they were kind of supposed to be serious, which was kind of Yeah, which is kind of funny. I don't know. I just feel like maybe the direction on it was a bit off, but it didn't detract from the game at all. Let's put it that way. Again, graphically, it looked good. The soundtrack, though, I love the soundtrack. I think the soundtrack is done really well and puts me instantly in that Silent Hill vibe. You know, you could tell by the control scheme they drew inspiration from it, right? And I think that's really cool. I think that's all I got, first impressions wise. So, yeah, I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did, frustration and all. And of course, I thank you for watching and see you next time.